Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's doing well. And we're going to say hello to Janice and Miss Betty and Bill. I always feel like I'm doing romper room. And hello, Miss Sage. How are you all feeling tonight? And hello to all the lurkers there in Lurker Land. Please pop in and say hello. How is everybody doing? What a day! What a day! Just can't get my stuff together here. Hello, Cree. Janice, we're streaming on two different channels. And again, I'll explain why. The reason is because this one isn't monetized. So if you guys want to send me like a gift or a super chat or donation or coffee or whatever, we can't do it on this channel. You have to do it on Raw side. So until I get my numbers up, we're just doing a split feed. Your cult leader is here. We got comments. All hail the poobah. Hey, Spider Queen, welcome in. And hello to you from lovely British Columbia, Canada. Nice, nice, nice. Let me turn the camera on. Look who joined us, guys. Out of the box and ready to help out. Thing got out of the box. He's got his brush ready. He's ready to jump into the craft. And of course, we've got our coffee. So how you guys doing tonight? I hope everybody's well, doing well. And it's just been one heck of a day. One heck of a day. Before we jump in and get the ball rolling, I want to know what you guys have been up to. Today, did everybody have a great weekend? Do anything fun and exciting? I even took time to do the nails. So yeah, hopefully everybody had a productive weekend. Ours was kind of wet and hot and sticky. And I spent the majority of my weekend right here in the studio, getting things done. Getting things done between crafting and magazine and recording for the radio. Oh, sorry, Thing. I'm so sorry. I have been a busy beaver. I'm painting stuff for Halloween. All right, rock on. Love to see the photos. Please, guys, anytime you got any photos you want to share, anything you want to share, put it in my Discord because everybody would love to see it. Hello, Miss Pinky. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. I hope that medication is working. Poor Pinky still got nailed with the vid again, guys. If only the hand moved. If the hand moved, I wouldn't be sitting here. But yeah, this is all from our lovely Janice, who sent me a pair of these hands. As you guys seen the other day when I did the live and made, it just inspired me to do a thing in the box. And I'll go grab it for those that didn't get to see it. I'm sorry, just hilarious. Oh, how lovely, lovely. Thank you, Sage, for doing that. And the lucky Natu got it. Nice, nice. And we've got to say thank you. So here it is. This was what was inspired by Janice and her fun gift. I died laughing when I opened it up. I couldn't help it. So we made Thing. Everybody needs Thing. Come on. I mean, who couldn't use a Thing? Bill has one. Bring some coffee. That's his lovely wife, Michelle. I always told him, I said it'd be funny if you could rig it up where she could hand it up through a box. I'm sorry, I would die laughing if I saw that. Too funny, too funny. Cheza, member for 12 months. Oh, honey, I appreciate that. I really do. You are a superstar. Thank you so much. She says that middle knuckle looks like something hit. Yeah, something hit. It was. I know it's kind of rough, but you know, how's it going, man? How's it going? And it's slowly making its way up. Oh. Like Leanne in her video the day, getting taken out by a pair of hands. Freaking funny. If you guys didn't get a chance to see that, yeah, pop over to the Leanne's channel. It was hysterical. I got to get me a pair of those. That's what I want for the to hang up my broom in the studio. The black hands. Let's see, I have hands that are small, but put them in water and they grow to slimy big hand. Oh, cool. Shrinks back, takes a couple of weeks. Oh, that's too cool. That is too cool. How's Miss Cheza doing? I hope you're well. Miss Cheza is also a beautiful crafter and artist in her own right. And hopefully she'll get back on and do her thing. And I told her I'd come on and hang out with her anytime. Anytime. So yeah. Always breaking him on Bill when his wife sneaks in, and because she don't want to be on camera, so she kind of like slides in. You see the cup coming, and like you need the box so she can pop up. And I'm sorry, that's too funny. Too funny. Okay, guys, I'm gonna jump into what's been going on, and as you can see, there's a whole paper full of stuff laying here, and we're gonna start off. Of course, you guys see me make the books the other day. Those lovely little books. There we go. Really cute, very easy. But then we moved on to another little basket, trimmed in gold and lace, just so lovely, lovely, sophisticated. And then we've got this cute little basket, and we filled it with all of these cute little things, little things. And of course, the camera would want to cooperate and focus. You could see the little things. This camera's got a mind of its own. But it's like a sewing basket. That's where our little sewing scissors went. And then spools of, it's supposed to be spools of thread. And it was just a bead wrapped around with the ribbon. And then, of course, a rolled paper with a design. Probably supposed to be representing a pattern. So there's that. So cute. Then, of course, we did a little shopping bag. Isn't that adorable? And then another little envelope that we did. It's just be like another little fancy bag. Very cute. Then we did another basket again. And it's like that woven basket design. All filled with those little scrolls. So, ooh, man down, man down. And then, of course, flowers. And I opted out of the paper flowers because, you know, I'm not a big fan of the paper flowers. So I filled them with just the silk flowers that I had and some greenery. I think it came out really pretty. So a lot better than the paper one. I mean, the paper ones are cute, but, you know, not a big fan of the paper. And then we've got another basket filled with scrolls again. Very cute. But as you can see, guys, moved on to furniture. We have furniture. We've got the little bench, little table, bench, whatever they want to call it. And then we have a little stool that goes with it. Now we're going to be painting these because I don't like the white. And so we're going to change it. And I'm thinking red. What do you think? Red? And then we'll be able to decorate it. And the paint dries so quickly in here because it's hotter than a you-know-what in here. And we're going to go on with that and paint that. And then when it dries, then we'll be able to put all of these great pieces on top of this and start decorating this table. Also, this other little round table. Very cute. I don't know. Recommendations? Should we paint this one or leave it as is? Because we're also going to be decorating that with like a lace trim and gold beads, as you can see. And then, I got a book. It was a Castaway. And so we'll work with it as we go to see what we decide on what we're going to do. But being white is kind of plain, so I was thinking red. I think that's what we're going to do, red. Thank you, Miss Leanne, for putting that up. Yes, we've got some great guests coming up on Raw Side this month, so hopefully you guys don't miss out. It's going to be some good shows. I just finished the antivirals and I had a huge fever on Saturday, and today I'm feeling 80% better. Oh, that's good. That's good. So you must have kind of like, sweated it out. That's what I usually do. When I get sick like that and I feel, you feel crappy, and I figure, okay, just wrap yourself up in blankets and just sweat it out. And it's usually gone by the next morning. Okay, I don't waste things. This is the palette that I used to do Things box. And I'm going to use this again. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all dry, so there won't be issues of, you know, cross color. I just, it's still good. Why not use it? So we're going to put some red in there. Probably a little more than I need, but you never know. And then I'm going to grab myself a brush. The magic brush cup. This one will do fine. This one will do just fine. So hopefully everybody's well. Doing awesome. We're going to start with the little stool. I'm just going to grab the corner. And we're just going to start painting away. Even though that this is going to have a top on it, wood grain, as you can see there, I'm still going to paint it just so that we have all the bases covered. Even if it's just like a light coat, because I just want to make sure that the edges, it all matches up. And then we'll cover it in that wood. This, very small, very delicate, so, you got to be a little ginger with it when you're handling it. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm a lefty guy, so I do the best I can. Not to get my big fingers in the way. And we got that edge. And then don't forget the underside. Got to get that underbelly. The underbelly. Don't want that to show. Now, even if you don't get full coverage on the first coat, you could leave it because it would give it an interesting look. If not, if you want strictly just brilliant bold red, then you're going to have to do several coats, because this has like a finish on it, and I didn't sand all the parts because I wasn't sure if I was going to paint it or not. So it's going to take a little work to get it all covered. If I had decided that from step one, then I would have sanded the finish off to make it hold the paint better. Always remember, when you're refurbishing any kind of furniture or anything like that, this is where the tweezers come in handy, guys, because now everything's wet. Always do that sanding step so that your paint will adhere better. Yes, Leanne, and when I was chatting with Leanne, she's talking about redoing her bathroom. But the red, she's having issues covering up the red, so she used a lot of red paint. Yeah, best tip I ever learned. I was redoing someone's fireplace in their home, and it was red. They didn't want it red. They wanted, the natural, kind of like a darker black and white type thing. So to neutralize the red paint, you put gray paint over it and then your primer, and then the red won't bleed through. Instead of, putting several coats trying to cover up that red, because red is hard to cover. Very hard to cover. So we got to just sneak in there, get all of those bits and pieces. And even on that inside, underneath. Even though nobody's going to see that underneath piece, I don't know, if you're like me, yeah, you'll know it's there. And it'll be calling to you. You didn't paint me. So now I'm just going to set this off to the side, let that sit and dry, because we're going to have to do another coat on that. And of course, it's going to fall over, because that's how things go for me. We're going to let that sit and dry. Let's see. This weekend, I've been learning video masking. Nice. Good for you. I decided old and decrepit is not what I want to be when I grow up. Oh, same here. Same. Hey, Alexis, how are you? Welcome in. So did I miss anybody else? Let me scroll and see. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Welcome in, peoples. Welcome in. That's the joint pain, and I pulled the muscle in my tummy vomiting. Oh, no. Poor Pinky. Poor Pinky. So always a new project around here, Alexis. You never know what I'm digging into. So now we're going to do the little table. I think I'll save the top for last, because then I can hold it with the tweezers. So I'm going to get that underside edge. And hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. You know, when you're doing it with a camera, you got to remember that, I got to turn it this way. So people doing cooking videos, it's like they always have to do things at an awkward position so you guys can see what the hell's going on. It's a learning curve. But yeah, you guys didn't hear me this weekend. Poor Bill, poor Leanne had to hear me vent. Editing. Editing. Oh. You know, and you learn everything, you do everything right, and it still don't work. So that's when I say, okay, F this. That's why I don't edit. That's why I put everything out raw. No, it's just when it gets to the point where I start getting a headache, yeah, I'm done. Or I'm ready to, put my fist through the screen, which isn't good. Isn't a good thing. So eventually, I will figure out why it doesn't work for me. As I was talking about with my son today when he stopped by to visit. But I said, all this stuff works for everybody else but me. Technology hates me. That's what it is. It just don't like me. I'm doomed to do it the old way. I'll eventually get it because I'm that stubborn. But I definitely have to step away because, yeah, I have a tendency to do that when I get really ticked off and stuff ends up getting, hit. And I'm the one that usually gets hurt. So there we've got all of that. Definitely going to need a second. This is kind of like a red wash. Like the whitewash stuff. This is kind of like a red wash. And we're going to get nice, even strokes to get even coverage. Get this other edge, all the other edges here. Sorry for the hand shaking a little bit, guys. I'm having some severe arthritic pain in my wrist. So I'm ignoring that. I'm going to be one big ball of arthritis. I'm already on the way. I already started. I guess I did it to myself. They say people that usually have worked their whole lives with, their hands and stuff like that usually develop it because we beat them up. So there we go. We're going to let that. Actually, I got to flip it over. No. Here, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to grate with the tweezers. Now I can do the top. Better to treat as soon as possible. I hope he's okay. I missed it. Virgil burnt his stomach today on bar. Oh no. Ouch. Tell him he's got to blow on it, for God's sakes. Sounds like my husband. Just bites right in. Then he bitches because he burns his mouth. And I'll say, see, this is how that works. Oh, jeepers. How old are you? But hopefully he's okay. He'll be okay. Can't be very pleasant. A burnt stomach. Oh my goodness. That hurts. Okay, so now I'm going to support that a little bit with my finger so that it doesn't slip in the tweezers. And we're just going to give long, even strokes for that tabletop. And then we're going to let that clean up. I was a bad girl and didn't change my water. What the hell is wrong with me? And where I had the tweezers, I'm just going to hit that lightly with the brush again. Because it left little marks because it was wet. So we're going to let that dry up. I have another container here with water. that I just dropped the cap. But I'm going to clean my brush in that container because I forgot to change my water out. I was too busy making coffee, guys. I'm like, I gotta hit me coffee. The show's gonna start soon. So we're gonna just shake it around in this plastic container. Clean, clean, clean. Because I don't want to use the other container I have because they had black water. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Okay, I don't want to use the black water. So we switched to a different container. Hello, Pam. How are you? Pammy's in the house. I guess there's a lot of venting going on, guys. I don't know. Pieces. I have both streams up, split screen. Oh, see, she's dedicated. I love my Pinky. She's so dedicated. And now you're on my tablet and TV. Oh no, the big screen. Am I scary? It's a good thing I'm not on camera. Ooh, scary. Keg, hey Keg, how are you, sweetie? It's late for you. I'm glad you popped in to say hello. Keg, did you see the thing that I made on the last show? Did you miss the hands that Janice sent me? Hi, Keg. I told my husband what I was going to do with this one. I was going to put it in a Ziploc baggie and throw it in our pool. He just looked at me and shook his head. Give the neighbors something to think about. You see this floating in the pool. Oh my God, look at it. It'll freak their kids out. That's just funny. I'm sorry. So how's Keg doing? Good, I hope. I hope you are well. She loves the hand. We made a thing, and so you got to watch the other video. It's hilarious. And it took it was an hour, guys. Painted the box, set up the hand, put on the knob, and we were done. I might, jazz up the box a little bit, but I'm not sure yet. I could have gone all out. Like one of the ones that they had in the home on the Addams Family was, I think it was in the library or something like that. And it had leather, and then they had the studs, and I have all this, so I could have done that, but then we would still be sitting here. Have to cut all the leather pieces. All right, this is dry already. So we are going to paint on a second coat. Let me brush that off. And we're going to do that underside first. So now that we're going to get fuller coverage on that white. See the difference in color. If you guys can see the difference between this one is, you got the white still showing through. This is more solid. And so just that second coat helps out. Actually, I was trying to talk Bill's wife back into doing her channel, but YouTube's not her thing because she refurbishes furniture. She does a beautiful job. So that's one of my passions as well, redoing furniture. But you got to have a lot of space for that. I don't want to be hanging out in the basement all the time, like a ghoul. And I usually do this stuff outdoors. But if you're going to do a channel, then you have to do it, in a workspace. And the only available workspace would be the basement for that kind of large projects. So now I'm going to grab again the tweezers and do that seat. Which we really don't have to, but I'm going to do it anyway because we're going to be covering it with the wood decoration. So that's going to be cool. I'll just do another light coat on the top. And then we'll let that dry. All right, work with me, baby. Insert Bill's Elvis impression. Virgil just gave his this tedious statement. Virgil, look, little table, little table. And this is dry already too, so we can start doing a second coat on this one. He's probably thinking this chick's crazy. This chick's crazy. Oh, not feeling good today, feeling sick. How are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Keg. We'll blame it on Allison. What did she give you? She gave you the crud. She's not here, so we can get away with it. Unless she's lurking on us, then we're in trouble. So yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. Don't want to get in trouble. So we do that one side. That was covering beautifully. And then we're going to just flip it over to get the other side. I had plans on going to the cemetery today, and that didn't work out. I had some loose ends to take care of, and I had to go check out my dad. He's like, he thought I disappeared from the planet. I thought, oh, I've been so busy. I said, I know. So I brought him down some breakfast this morning. I made biscuits and gravy because my husband was whining and wanted it, so he got his way. So then I brought down a big bunch of it to my dad. So he got to enjoy it too. And then, of course, the leftovers, my son showed up and he took those home. Shows up so mom can feed him. That's okay. That's what I'm here for. So I'm just going to do the underside of the decking of this table. And then when it dries again, then we can start decorating this cute little sucker. Let's do the top section of that shelf part of the table. See, this is stuff I always recommend and encourage people to do, even though it's already finished and it's done. And make it your own. I didn't like the white, so I painted. And you can do this. I tell people do it. Paint it, change it. Same thing with anything else that in these kits. And then the kits are great, they are. But you might not like the wallpaper, or you might change it up and make it goth style, or maybe you want it all in pink, or it'll still come out fantastic. It's just the colors that you choose, not what the company chooses. Now, I'm not going to be worrying about a full solid coverage on the decking part of this table because there's a tablecloth that goes over it. So, see the problem I'm having right here? It's streaking in this one corner. I'll tell you why. Because I didn't sand off the finish. So it's pulling the dried paint with it. So like I said, I'm not going to worry about it too much because we're going to be covering that with a tablecloth. So let's let that dry. Out, wiggle it out. There we go. So we get caught up on what's going on. So you don't feel good, Allison, give it back to Allison. Yeah, give it back to Allison. It's all Allison's fault for sure. You just walk right up to her and give her a big old smooch. And say, here, I'm giving it back to you. Laura, are these all kits you do, or do you do your own designs as well? These that I've been working on here and the previous ones were kits. I am going to be bringing up the big dollhouse that I did one year for my niece when she was little. She didn't want to take it with her when she moved out, so I am going to be bringing that upstairs here, but it's going to take up this whole table. And you're going to watch me strip it down because I did it all by hand. Everything in it was done by me. We're going to strip it down and redo it and make it into a goth mansion. And of course, then she'll probably come back and pick it up. But I made all the furniture. I did all the flooring, everything. So you're going to actually be able to see the step by step on how that's done. That's going to take about a year probably to complete that project. So we're going to work on it. I might even maybe just set up a little side table for it so that if I want to do something in between, we could do that as well instead of having that take up everything. Kids are professional crud dispensers. Yeah, they are. They're the germ carriers. When my sister, her kids, during the season, and they'll say the sniffles, I go, don't come here. Don't bring your raggedy ass kids to my house with their germs. When my son was in school, everything that was going on and that was going around, he brought it home and we caught it. So yeah, it's their germ factories. I don't dare take on miniatures while others than the female. This really is really an easy process. It really is. I mean, they do everything. Now, see, when I did the big dollhouse, I had plain sheets of lumber and I made my own furniture. You have to, you got to design it. You got to make templates. You got to cut it all out. That's the beauty of the kits. If somebody doesn't want to go that detail into miniatures, this is all punched out for you. So you punch it out, you glue it together, and then you paint it if you want it, or leave it the way it is. And you just put it all together, and it makes it really simple, really easy. This one so far, I'm pretty happy with it. It's well made. No flaws in any of the boards yet that I've found. Like some of them that I have ran into, and those are easy repairs as well. So if you get a piece and it just kind of like falls completely apart, and you're like, oh God, you just be very careful with it. You put your glue in the spots that you need to, and it just slides together like a puzzle. And then you leave it and let it sit. And then, of course, you either paint it to match. That's why I use the glue over here, because it generally dries clear. So if you don't want to paint, nobody's going to see it anyway. But if you have to, you paint right over it. And nobody will even know that you've done a repair on it. That's the beautiful thing about it. Really, it's not easy. That's the issue. It's the space. Oh, you can do it right on your kitchen table. Here's the trick. Get yourself a piece of plywood that would fit on your table. Or even like an old shelf or something. Set that on your table, do your work on that, and then when you want to make dinner, pick it up, move it to another room. It's just, like those puzzle savers, those green puzzle mat things. You roll it out, you do your puzzle, roll it back up, and then you put it away until you're ready to use it again. Or if you got like a TV tray, that's all. You put it on a TV tray, move it around, do it when you need it, and then put it in a corner. I'm lucky enough to have two shops. I've got the big shop, which you guys have never seen, and right now it's a total shit show in there. I have to do some cleaning up and rearranging. And then I have this half of the studio that I could do this in. And it's a compact space because I got this side is the craft. The other side is all of the computer equipment and all of that for the Raw Side show. So I am lucky that I have the room that I've got. But when I didn't, it was dining room table on even an old cutting board. And you just put that stuff together, take it off when you need to take it off. And then I always tell everybody, have like a little tote. So like all of these little finished pieces, you just put them in the tote and stick them over to the side. Because usually then you only need them when you're starting to load up the creation that you made. Oh, I got 3 likes. All right. Miss Betty. That's what I remind guys, check out the magazine. Miss Betty Centerfold. Woohoo. And then, of course, you got Leanne, the sexy gal of the paranormal. Hello, William. How are you today? I hope you're well, or the cat would jump up on my lap and shatter everything. That's the thing. You got to worry about the cat. They get nosy. My cat pretty much knows not to jump up on the table because she gets in trouble. So, and then she don't come in here. So the dog will come in here, but the dog lays right underneath the table and is out of the way. Usually, when I do a live, I keep her out because she'll bark if you fart. So yeah. You guys don't want to hear that. You hear that on everybody else's stuff. You don't want to hear the dog. She drives everybody nuts. So Let's see, is it dry? It's dry. So now what we get to do is I'm going to move this off to the side, out of my way, and then I'm going to put on the wood piece, wood design that's supposed to go on the top. It's over here. I do recommend if you're going to get a kit and you can purchase the more expensive ones. Only reason is they're made better. You have better quality wood. You've got, and if you have sticker things, like a lot of this stuff will be stickers, and it adheres to the pieces better. All of you that have been with me since the beginning and seen where I've had a kit where the stickers were just awful. They would not stay, so I had to glue them and then put them on. And I mean, you shouldn't have to do that. A lot of people think, "Oh, this is cheating. This isn't really crafting." It's not cheating. Just because it's pre-made doesn't mean that you're not crafting it, you're not creating it. You're just using a kit. Like anything else that has a kit, you're putting it together with the kit. And then you make it your own. Pretty much. That's all. I will remember to send you some more of my artwork for the next. Yes, I'm working on the next magazine now, Miss Pinky. So send it in when you're feeling up for it. Artwork, ads, whatever. Because the Pinky makes some great ads. She really does. She did one with Leanne, and I love it. Leanne's lawn care. It is hilarious. So I'm just going to put a little dab in that center and swirl it around. And then we're going to use our trusty tweezers. Sit that right on the top. And look, we have wood grain. Beauteous. And we're just going to let that dry. And we have to thank Leanne for that floating heart. Thank you. I need all the love I can get, guys. I really do. And you guys just shower me with love. And I can't thank you enough for all of the love. Let's see. My front room has my Haunted Horizon also craft things, eBay listings, TV area. Not bad for a small room. That's right. You got to make do what you got. Now for nothing. My first studio, when I first started up making the channel active, it was in because I have a big front hall. It was in the front hall. And I have enough room in there where I put a little desk, the chair, the cameras, and that's when I was using the green screen. That's the room you've got. That's what you use. Hey, Donna, welcome in. I wanted to ask Laura if you used to craft when you were kids, were young. So how did they find time to do it? Yes, I did do crafting with my son and my niece. My family is very artistic, all of us. My mother did it with me. Sorry, guys. My mother was an artist. My father's very artistic and in more wood type crafting. So I did a lot of construction and personal home. Like when we redid our kitchen, I customized certain things in my kitchen. But I always did the crafting with my son. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day where you could make homemade clay. And the recipe that you had to bake it in the oven. And my son had a project he had to do for school. So I said, let's do a clay project. And it had to do with, I think it was a map. It was a map that we made. And so you had the mountains and the valleys and all of this. And so we sculpted everything, put it all together. You bake it. And then when it comes out and it dries, and then you painted the whole thing. So he had really fun doing that. We also used to do scientific projects as well. We didn't blow up the house or anything, thank goodness. But yeah, always did everything with the kids. Halloween was our biggest time when we used to decorate the entire front porch and front lawn. And we would always, the whole front lawn was a giant cemetery. And we made everything by hand. Tombstones, fencing, body parts sticking on the ground. We had an 8-foot Grim Reaper at the foot of the stairs. And then as you come up the stairs onto the porch, we used to black out the whole porch. This is a huge, long porch that we have on our front of our house. And we would put up black tablecloths, the plastic tablecloths that you buy in the store. We would staple all of that all the way around. My father would do the wiring instead of special wiring. We would have fog machines, black lights, and each year we would pick a different theme and run with it, and everything was homemade. And we used to scare the crap out of all the neighborhood kids. So, and I've done this. Oh, I always done painting and pottery, ceramics, painting. I love to do painting. I do a lot of painting with the large brushes and sponges. I do really well with those. Just whatever you think of, I have tried it, I have done it, and I get hooked. The last thing that I was doing for a long time as a business was handmade jewelry and leatherworks, moccasins, medicine bags, little leather bags, stuff like that. But arthritis screwed me up. I can't work the needles anymore because everything was hand sewn. And the beading, I can't do the beading that well anymore because I can't hold on to that stuff. Oh, that would have been on the third things. I missed what she said. Oh, that's when you're on the third things. I say that again, Pinky or Pinky. I'm sorry, Betty. I don't even know what I'm reading. What the hell am I reading? I hear rumbling now. Oh, we don't get another storm. My dog kept me up till after 1 o'clock in the morning because she's a big chicken. I wasn't too thrilled with her, to be honest. Is this dried? This is dried. This is dried. Okay, we're gonna move on with decorating our little table, and this is gonna be like our little sewing table because that's where the little sewing basket is going to go. Our little calculator, one of the cards that we made, and then a little vase with a little floral plant in it. Did I make that vase? Probably not because Laura's got her head right in her cheeks. I don't remember putting that together. You know what? We can do it now. Oh, that'll be easy to throw together. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that now. Let's find our beads because I forgot to put that together. It's because I didn't see it in the instrucciones. I missed it in the instructions, man. So let me just double check back here. Yeah, they're pulling my chain because I don't even see it. Okay. I didn't even see it. So which flower are we supposed to put on there? Shows it on a bead. Well, you know what? I'm just going to make one up. That's all. Make one up and go and roll with it. Because I didn't see it in the instructions. And it's a clear bead that they're using. I wonder if this is the silver one. It's not the silver one. Don't you believe it? We'll add the flowers later. Till I find the bead that I want to use. That just solved the problem. Excuse me, please. Excuse me, please. Okay. So we're going to add the tablecloth, which is a piece of pretty pink material. And it is in this bag here. Must get coffee. Hurry, Bill. Hurry. Before the hag shows up. Oh, wait, that's the morning show. Hag's sleeping right now, so you're safe. And that hag always has it out for Sage. Poor Sage. She's the hag magnet. So here's our lovely piece of material. And they want it by 6 by 4 centimeters. So let's see what we've got here. And this is, oh geez, it's almost 6 as it is. 6. And we're going to check this way. Well, that's exactly what that is. So I don't even know why they put the measurement on there. That's the size. So we don't have to cut anything. And what they want us to do is just to lay it on there. If you could pick it up. And see, the pink goes really cool with the red. And we're not putting anything on the bottom part of this table. So I just want to center it, see how it looks. And that's how it's going to be. Down like that. And they're going to be having us glue this end down so it stays down. And then we get to decorate. Easy peasy. And what I'm going to do is get this the hell out of here. Grab that glue. We're going to need more. We're going to need more because that's just not going to do it. I love sketching when I was younger. I still do it now, but I have time. How do you find the time where this is my job, Donna? This is what I do. After I was forced into retirement, I threw myself into full-time YouTube mode. And see, getting a whole lot of stuff. So this is my job. So I work now after I get done with the show here tonight. What I'll be doing, and I have to have a schedule because otherwise I'm lost. I will start prepping and working on the stuff for the next show. So I'll have more plants, more furniture and stuff, and we're getting close to the furniture or the building build. I get all that prepped and ready for you guys ahead of time, and I'll be doing that after the program. And then I have certain days where I have to jump into it and do magazine stuff, and that also is set on a schedule. And I have to break it up, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it. Sometimes you get behind, but then you're so close. And then I have to also squeeze in time for filming and stuff like that. So we're gonna just kind of touch that a little bit, and hold it for a second. Also, I'm looking forward to it. Bill, by the way, Laura's big radio debut Friday. I know. It's okay. You can tell me if I suck or not. It's fun. That's why I'm doing it. So there we go. We've got our little table with our little tablecloth on it. And now we can start putting this stuff on there. You know, that's kind of long, don't you think? I think so. I might trim it. Because then you don't even really see the... We'll see when we put it in the building. If I want the legs more to show, I'm probably going to trim this off. Not a problem. I used to love it. Always had pencils and sketchbook in hand. Nowadays, it's kids' toys and I'm cleaning. Yeah, you gotta set that time aside. You really do. Because I got to be where I was being consumed by just life, family, housework, all that kind. And I got to be, oh no. It was pretty much just squelching who I was, and it was kind of depressing. Same thing, singing and all of that. I always make time for that, for myself, even though most people don't realize I sing, but I only do it for myself and very close friends. But you got to make time because it just makes me feel better. So you always got to set that time aside. It's very, very important. Even if you're only doing, go hide out in the bathroom and just sit there, do what you got to do, so that you have that time for yourself. Let's see. There's a firefighter killed by the coast when the fire took over his dozer. Makes me sad. It's so smoky out here. It's awful. Oh, may God rest him. What a shame. I have to give it up to the firefighters. Very brave people. It's a scary job. I have a friend who's an EMT and works also with the fire department with fires. And I worry about, his wife, supports him 100%, but we worry about him because it's a dangerous job. You're going to do good. Don't worry. Well, I don't like the sound of my own voice, Bill. So that's why when I send the show in and I hear, oh, did you listen to it? Nope. I already recorded it. Listening it, that's everybody else's problem, not mine. So what goes on here is this lovely little basket. It's going to go there. And our little calculator, which I threw in the box. I had to get the box out. My little box of goodies. I got to find the calculator because it's buried in here somewhere. No, I don't remember actually putting it back in here. But I might have. Who the hell knows? I'll have to looky. But I also have to get out the placemat So we got to cut that out. We've got our basket, calculator, our cards. I don't remember throwing those in here, but I might have. I might have. Who knows? So now I get to go digging because I'm a dork. Oh, wait. That's one of the cards there. There's one of the cards. And there's another one of the cards. And we know that calculator's in here somewhere. But always make time. And even if I don't find it a little plant that they want me to put, I can just take one of these and stick it on there. I mean, you do what you want. I'm very guilty of not following the rules to the letter because I rather make it my own piece than there's the calculator, guys. Yay! So let's put these pieces back in. Our little pond, isn't it cute? I still say I should cover that in real stone, but I haven't pulled the stone out. I get sidetracked with doing other things. Okay, so put our little box to the side, and I will make up a little plant to go on the table. Let's see. It makes 5 fire deaths this season. Oh no. Down to set aside time to draw with the kids, and you can all do. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Instead of like video games and them scrolling on the phones, bring that paper and pencils out and do it up. Yeah, maybe trim that long. That's what I was thinking, trimming it. Because it is a little long. But I think they want you to pretty much focus on the top instead of the legs. But I'm going to wait and see when I put it in the building where it is and what's covering it up. And maybe trim it a little bit then. If a lot of things are in the way and covering it up, then I'm not going to bother. You could put resin in a pond and make it look like water. I was thinking that, Sage. I have that. I have resin that I cure with a lamp. And maybe put little real fishes in it. Oh my God. See, now she's got my brain crazy. See what you started? Oh no. They would be, yeah, it's got the little koi fish in there. Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the resin in there. Guess what I'll be doing tomorrow? It's going to be so cool. All right, we got to leave that out so I don't forget. Thank you, Miss Sage. Thanks for the advice, Laura. You are so welcome. Anytime you need any kind of advice or ideas, don't the real fish in the resin. Don't be afraid to ask, or even anybody else in here. We've got a bunch of great, talented people in the chat. And it's from A to Z. You got somebody that does something. Me, I'm into it all. It's an addiction, is what it is. An addiction. My husband says, oh, our house filled with crap. I said, well, the crap's all in my studio, so it's. I'll see something in a magazine or online or even at a craft fair, and I go, oh, I'm going to go home and I make that. And I do it. That's what I do. You put a thin layer in, paint the fish, put another layer, paint the top off. It looks 3D. Yeah. Boy, she's putting me to work. I'm not going to go that far. And it's the one thing I don't have in my shop is tiny fish. I have tiny birds. I don't have tiny fish. But even if I still put the resin in, that'll look really cool. And then maybe look through my tiny flowers. I might have some little water lilies. I'll have to look. But that's a freaking good idea. I'm going to do that. That's so cool. So, see, she hooked us up. I was doing the resin thing for a long time, making stuff for the craft fairs. I'm telling you guys, craft fairs are not for me. You spend months and months of making jewelry and all the other products, and then you're sitting there all day long in the heat for like a couple of sales. Yeah, I said, I'm not doing this again. I have better things to do with my time. Okay, so I need to cut this out to what is 422. And of course, I piled crap all on top of it from the other day. So now I gotta move it out so I can get to the paper. Because it's sitting over here off to the side to get it out of my way. I gotta put it back where it belongs. And there it is, 422. I'm gonna cut that out. Put birds in it. Dead birds floating on top. How about something like that, Bill? Or is that a little too extreme? Get a couple of pigeons. Heck, I get the clay out, make up some bones, and throw them in there. It's not that big of a pond. We can't get away with it. So I'm just going to cut this out really quick. Try to zip through it as fast as I can without nipping off the end of my finger. Because I've done that. Putting my finger where it don't belong. And no, not up my nose lean. And of course, I've got the fans going and everything, and it's still hotter than you know what in here. Whoop. Removed it, so I missed my line. So now I got to trim it. There we go. Tim, how's it going, Tim? It's a lot of work, Laura. Yes, yeah. Nah, it's fun. Let's see. What do I miss here? Piggy says, last night I learned that it's not a good idea to practice getting high notes at night. My neighbors called the police and I had to show the policeman I was doing to me. Oh, get out, Piggy. Piggy's getting herself busted for screaming. I know. I wonder what my neighbors think. Leanne goes, yeah, a couple of little ducks, some flamingos. Because I play the Raw Side theme and I got all this other weird stuff going on. They're probably thinking, what the hell? Of course, not for nothing. All I smell is pot, so they're probably high and don't care. Hello, Wayne. How is Wayne today? Oh no, Wayne's giving Donna the what for? Oh no. It's good to see you, Wayne. Wayne's been MIA for a while. He's been busy. She's being good. She's getting hooked on the crafting stuff. Yeah, there you go. There's the question. Bill's been busy too. He's going insane like I am. I think we're taking on a lot of stuff. He has his beady eye on her. Just one? Oh, just one? Yes, Bill is working on radio programs as well. I'm sorry, Bill. I forgot the debut. Tell everybody when your debut show is for the Bikers Hangout Radio, which is going to be so cool. I mean, come on. I think it's just so cool. Who didn't always want to grow up and be like a DJ, So here we're going to glue this piece on there, our little doily. So that's just cool. But we're going to have fun. And that's the important part. We're going to have fun doing it. Besides me banging my head on the desk because the editing program doesn't want to work for me, but I finally gave into it and said, no, screw it. They're getting what they're getting. I'm sure the bikers won't care. And actually, I'm going to be doing, I don't know, maybe getting some games or something together on an open mic night. Because I've got a bunch of stickers for Bikers Hangout Radio that could be a prize if somebody's interested in getting something like that. That'd be cool. So I'm going to bend this over so it fits on that table. So it's, looking like a doily. Using my tweezers to press everything into place. Make sure it's sticky. And let's see. Yeah, he's on Thursday at 5 Eastern, guys. So that would be 10 UK time. Bill's show's hilarious. It's hilarious. You guys are gonna like it. Me, I'm just being, soft spoken and introducing songs, and of course, it's not under Laura, guys. It's Raw Power with Purple Moon. That's me, Purple Moon. That's my hippie name. I've had it for years. I'm going to love you all and leave you. And I have to thanks for the advice. Night night. Okay, Donna, thanks for coming in. We really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. Leave a little comment. We got to let YouTube know that they like the new channel, and hopefully, and oh god, subscribe. All the bells and whistles. But we're glad to have you, and hopefully you'll be back. Donna, come back. I was only joking. See, Wayne, see what you did? You scared her off. No, you got to go in the corner. Bad mod. Bad mod. Sage, what's your new friend? Yeah, Sage. Well, Sage has been in rough shape, poor thing. I've been looking forward to seeing her stones, and she's doing the wrapped jewelry, which is that's beautiful work. It takes patience. The wire wrapping, that I haven't done because I'm talking about no patience, and look what I do. To be honest, I never really put any effort into it. I think once I started doing it, I would probably be hooked. And that's the last thing I need is to bring more shit in here. So we'll let Sage do it, and then we'll buy her stuff. So we're gonna put a little glue on this and start placing our pieces. Just want to make sure I'm leaving myself some room here on the placement. So we're just gonna set that there. Now we've got our little calculator. And we're going to use the tip of our knife to put some glue on the back of that. So that little thing will stick. I need to clean my tip. And we're going to put that in. So that goes there. Let me clean that tip off. Don't look. Don't look. Bad girl. Bad girl. And then a little bit more glue. I always just do a little bit at a time because it dries so fast that you're going to dry out. It's going to dry out and you're going to lose it. And I don't like to waste materials because, crafting stuff is not cheap. So you get the most you can out of it. So we're going to put a little glue on that. Put that one card down. And then we have to put the other one on top of it. And this one goes on top. Fold it. They have me having it folded over. So we're going to fold it the other way. I gotta hold it for a bit. Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you so much. Let me give you a thank you before you run away. Here I am holding this. Ooh, I just realized what finger I was using. Sorry. Thank you, love, for the coffee. I appreciate it. She's been working on her video project. Oh, okay. Wonderful. Okay, Wayne's got a cheeky question. If fish don't have hands, then where do they get fish fingers from? That's a good one, Wayne. Think about it. Where do they get them from? I wouldn't eat them. You don't know where they're coming from? Maybe they're using something else besides fingers. Just a thought. And we're going to put a little on here for this card. We're going to put that there, and then I'm going to leave a space for that little plant, which I will make up later. Put a little glue on the inside of that card. It's popping open on me. There we go. I'm just going to hold that for a second till it sets up. Back with coffee, oatmeal raisin cookies. Just saying, Bill, with your cookies. Actually, I'm dying for ice cream, and I don't have any. And I'm usually not one for craving ice cream, but for some reason today, I could go for ice cream. But that's not going to happen, so it is what it is. And of course, the cake's gone. My husband hoovered up the apple cake. It's history. It don't last long around here. And then my father's like, well, you got to make another one. Yeah, as soon as I go out somewhere and get some apples. It's not like I have the tree in the yard. But there we go. Look at how cute that is. Our little table with all its little stuff. Look at the little scissors. They just cracks me up. Let me turn this up a little higher. There you go, so you guys can see. And then we'll be putting a little plant, potted plant right there. And that is it. So that table is set and ready with that little stool. That's just too cute. And now we're going to move on to this one. Ta-da! This one, I think I'm going to leave it the natural wood grain. I just think it would be better. I don't want it to overload with too much color. I want some natural left in there because it is a greenhouse. So you want a little bit of the natural to remain in there. So what we're going to do is just line it with the lace and then the beads, and then we'll put all of the little cute stuff on top. And it was pretty easy to put together, putting the two legs together, gluing the top on, and that was it. So let's find our lace, which is in one of these lovely bags that I have here. The only thing that I had a problem with this kit is that they didn't have, these were in just like sealed bags, and once you open them, stuff got all over. I like it when they put them in the smaller Ziploc bags, like this, so that, it keeps everything in there, because you have a tendency to drop out stuff. So I swapped everything out with little sandwich baggies to keep it all together. And let me see, what do I got here? Don't even tell me that they didn't give me. Oh, and that's another thing. This one, another beef I had with this kit, they didn't give me enough green paper. So I ran out of green paper. And I think we're out of lace, too. So how the hell are they expecting to line the table with lace and they didn't give me enough? Yeah, dirty birds. So I am going to have to compromise. And I think I'm going to have to rig up something else because I don't have any more of that lace left. So see, you're going to run into problems like that. Don't worry about it. You just use something else. And I don't have any lace available here in this section. So do I use this piece of ribbon or do I just... I can't dig out the lace at the moment. The lace in my shop is buried at the moment. There's no way I'll be able to get to it. And have you guys sit here and wait. That would just be ridiculous. Let me looky, see what I got here. So I can change it up. Because they didn't give me enough lace to cover the project. Let me catch up with you guys. We're going to sit here. I'm wearing old socks at the moment. I have another pair just like them. Mods can post links also. Smart. Let's see. I'm going to catch up with you guys. What you're talking about. JP used to grab them all the time. I'm diabetic. I didn't get one at rest. These come in a clear plastic thingy. Plastic thingy? Sound like my sister, Bill. Thingy. Yeah, we don't have any. See, that's the thing. When I want a treat, and I don't buy that stuff. So then when I want something, I don't have it, which is good because we don't need to eat that stuff all the time. And I wasn't baking today. I was dead today. So let me see what I can do here, guys. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to just put the beads? No, you gotta have a little something, something. And, crap on toast. I don't have, even I don't even like, if you, how about you guys give me a second? You give me a second. I'm going to run out to the shop and get some scalloped ribbon. I can get to that quick because you got to have something. You know, the scalloped edge looks good. I can't get to my lace basket because I've got stuff in the way, but I can get some scalloped ribbon to make up for the lace product. So I'll have you staring at the hand and playing a little music, and I'll be right back. I'll be back in a flash.
Midnight rustles in the dry leaves, the cold air on my skin bites. Shadows slipping through the grave, something is not quite right. Footsteps echo, but no one is near. Whispered voices ring in my ear. Oh, did you hear that? Or am I insane? I am silent, but a whisper remains. Cross out where the lost collide, cross out where the truth ain't brushed aside. Phantom whispers crawling in my head of secrets that aren't quite dead. That aren't quite dead. Whispers among graves.
Kim Fibber. I was able to get my hands on one of the lace baskets, which is right here. So, and look, I have one that has gold. Let me find one that's going to be suitable for our project. That one's too big. I have hundreds of bags of lace, and the bigger ones I couldn't reach. I got stuff in there. So, do we use this one, which would make it? We have two choices that I'm going to pick from. Let's see. Let me get caught up. Oh, I love how Laura left her hand behind. I didn't want you guys to get lonely. I didn't want you to get. I've been watching my diet today, 30 minutes, watching it before I got bored. Oh, jeez. So we have this, which is very pretty. Of course, this is the thicker stuff, the thinner stuff. Couldn't get you. See you later, guys. So this is going to be kind of long. So it could be like a full-fledged, like, tablecloth, which is okay because you really don't need to see the legs. But then we have this one, which is shorter, which I think I'm going to go with. But you let me know. We have this one, it's lined in gold, which would go with the gold beads, right? Right? So we're going to put that on there. That's not as long, almost as long, but I don't know, which ones do you guys like? Do you like the gold? I think the gold, because then I'm going to put gold beads around the top. Crafters are scary. That's right, because you never know what we'll turn you into. There's always an idea. So you guys, gold. There's the gold. And remember, I'm putting gold beads around the top, or just the plain white. Isn't that pretty lace? That's such a pretty lace. You choose. I'm gonna let you choose. You let me know. And then we'll cut it and put it in place. The gold or the white. Laura, Bill is stealing my mod pay. What? What's he getting paid in? Cookies? Is he getting paid in cookies? Leanne likes the gold. She is the Grand Poobah, guys. Remember? Remember we were called a cult? So who the hell called us that? I don't know. Something wrong with people. We're the cult. See, that's what the hand's for. All right, I get gold from Leanne, so we're gonna go with gold, guys. We're gonna go with gold. So let's make sure that we get what we need. So I'm gonna hold it in place, wrap it around to get my measurement. Hey, Admit, how's it going? How are you? We are modifying our stuff here because the kit didn't include enough lace for our project. So thank God I have some. So I'm going to measure this out around the table. Make sure that I get enough. And I'm going to go a little over so I can overlap. And then I'm going to cut it. And it's perfect. All right. Click, click, snip, snip, snip. Don't get nervous, guys. I'm only snipping lace. It's the only thing I'm snipping. We're not snipping anything extra. Now with this, because it's such a heavier piece, I'm going to put the glue directly on the table. So that we'll get this to stick in place. And then we're going to put the gold beads in place. They did give us enough beads, so. And don't worry, sometimes it happens when you get the kits, you don't get enough of the product. They do their best. But this time it just didn't happen that way. Is Wayne having problems? We gotta give it back, but it's Spencer. Yeah, he tore it up. I think Bill's like my husband, where he doesn't share his goodies. It's like mine. You know, like the seagulls in that movie. I think that's how Bill is with his sweets. Mine. So I let you. Oop, no, don't do that. Hold it. Wrap it around. There we go. Do this tightly as you can, holding it in place the best that you can. Make sure it's right up on that edge, because like I said, we're going to be putting some gold beads around here too. So glue on the finger. Hold it in place. And this is where I'm going to take another little bit, because I overlapped it a little bit, just to be on the safe side. Push that into place, and I'm going to hold that. Making sure it's even. I don't want it to be all lopsided and wonky. Ooh, no, you don't. It's trying to take off on me. That is unacceptable. I did my legging and my sharing. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got my CT can coming up in a few weeks, and they may find some sawdust where my brain's supposed to be. That and maybe a couple of walnuts. Got a couple of nuts rolling around in there. But good luck. Hopefully it comes back good. Actually, I had to reschedule my doctor's appointment again. I got the reminder today of when the doctor's appointment is. And go figure, it's the same day that I have to do a rehearsal with the couple that I'm marrying on the 14th. I have to be there. I was paid for it. So, and I have to go there and tell these people where they're supposed to stand during the wedding. So I had to reschedule it. It's just the way it goes. I like button. It's nice and shiny and clean, so it's safe to touch. That's right. That's right. Because every time somebody slaps that button, one of my mods goes there with a can of Lysol and hooks us up. Make sure that we are safe. A little Lysol, a little hand sanitizer. Okay, see how that little flap is open there? We're also going to put dab of glue there and fold those two together so it makes it look here to be one solid piece. Good luck on the sawdust, but you may have a brain. Oh, I know. And what is he going to do if he has a brain? What are you going to do if they find a brain in there, Wayne? Are you going to be worried? I'm going to do that tip a little bit more again because it doesn't want to stay. And then I'm going to put a little bit here on the palette so I can do that bottom seam. So that the head all connected. Fold that up straight. Make it look nice, nice, nice. If that music too loud, guys, let me know. And this is where I take my tweezers and we clip it together. Say smoke it out with pure stuff. Push the golden button, yes. Oh, there you go. See, Jenny says the gold button is because I was referred to as the Duchess of Promise, so of course it's gold. It's gold. Come on and stick it, turkey. It's being stubborn. Stubborn. It happens. I probably should just use plugged in the hot glue gun for this one. Of course, this is thicker than the stuff that they usually send with the kit, so that's part of the problem. It takes a little bit more for it to stick in place. So don't lose patience, just put more glue on it. I'll be worried. It means I'll have to use something I don't know how to use. Oh, jeez. It'll throw them into a state of confusion. So we're going to just hold it a little bit longer. It'll freak him out. He'll be all freaked out. Janice, are you VIP with the golden chalice and button? Yeah, see? Laura, is all this stuff going to be in the big house? Oh, in a house. This is a spring deck, guys. Oh my God, it is a greenhouse bill. That's the building right there. We'll be making that complete building. See our little pontoon on the outside. So yeah, that is why we are doing all of this craziness to make that little building. I wanted to switch it up. I pretty much all made all of the goth style houses that they had available, except for a couple. I'm still eyeballing those. I'm waiting for the prices to go down. Because you guys, I like to try to get it at a good price. And I think spending almost $60 for a kit is a little much. So I'm going to wait. So there we got that covered up with that cute gold lace. And now we're going to get the beads out to do the edge. This is what they do. It's just this little piece. But that's okay. I have this stuff too. I pretty much have a full stocked craft shop. So if I ever need something, I either got it or I can improvise. Now I'm gonna break it up a little bit, but it's a little stiff because we're gonna have it go around. So kind of break it up. Admit, I just learned how it works. Oh. You are getting so perfect, Laura. I wish I had the skills to make these. You don't need the skills. Admit, can you read or follow pictures? That's it. Don't let it scare you off. It really is not difficult at all. It's more or less Well, the drive, and you got to have a little patience. A little bit of patience. Donna would like to know who wrote your song. Miss Sage wrote this song. She did this for me. That was so generous of her. It is the patience. And when you get frustrated, it's when you drop it, walk away. That's it. And then you come back to it and start again. Believe me, there's times where I've worked on other buildings and I've had stuff where it would get crushed, or it had a faulty piece and it would break, and how many times I want to put a hammer through something. It happens. Even with somebody with the best patience, it happens. And my problem is I don't like doing things twice. I don't. Okay, so we're going to measure this. That's where I'm going to have to cut it. Don't I just go to the table? Oh my God. And then we're going to clip this right there. Put the extra aside. A good song. It's a cool song. Say yes. Well, Bill did help me with my intro for the Raw side, and he did the video, which is awesome. I can't get enough of that one. And then Sage did this one, which I usually play just when I'm, I have to run away and do for a minute. And everybody likes it. See, I tell you, some talented people. But like I said, admit, don't be intimidated at all. Just, you find something that you like. My advice is start with something simple. They have like the little book nooks where it's just that one room. Start with that. And then you build yourself up. That's the best advice I can give you. And then you can move on to like the more advanced full house builds, metal builds. The next one I'm going to be working on is a metal build. You guys have seen that. The angel. I don't know why I didn't just read this off the table. That's because I'm running my mouth. The metal builds are a little bit more advanced and very small. So if you have like zero patience, I wouldn't recommend the metal builds. Because I went through that just doing the ship build that I had to stop that was metal. Boy, that tested the patience. But now that I have that new heated ultrasonic knife, I'm going to bring the ship back out and try to finish it. Because the clippers were tearing me up. My hands just were not happy with me. And those pieces were wicked small. Even my husband looked at me and said I was insane. I go, I know. It's freaking small. Get this back to where it goes. Get that one off track here. I'm getting more glue on my fingers than I am the beads. There we go. Just had to grab it, right? But that's what it is, just patience. Start off small. And don't expect perfection. A lot of artists can be perfectionists. Stop doing that. Nothing in the world is perfect. Do it till you like it, and then walk away. Get that down there. It's rolling right off. See, this is where it's testing my patience. And it will until I get mad, rip it off, and do it again. It's also stubbornness. I'm a bit stubborn. Too much and you big. Try it again. The glue is still wet. Don't freak out. Okay, now we're getting quick sticking with it. Good little tap. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. I have faith. Now I'm just going to hold it. Hold it till it stays. Because that's what we want it to do. Stay. Stay. Really? Well, cool. You're welcome. So many talented people in this community. Yes, they are. They are very talented people. And some of them are very talented in artistic ways, not just the ones that know how to stir the shit pot. You know what I mean? They're talented too. It takes a special kind of talent to be a troublemaker and not have a conscience about it. Come on. Such a small edge. That's the problem. Come on. Laura, this is so fun. I would watch her build Legos and enjoy it. I love Legos, but they're so expensive. Remember when you could just buy Legos for like $20 a bucket, and then now you got to give up your firstborn for those detailed Lego projects? Good God. But brilliant. All right, guys. And there we have the gold, the beats on the table. There it is. We got them on there. Oh, put your hands together. Let's clap. Yay. Oh, God, vids can't do that. Legos, they've got some great Lego kits. I remember when I used to buy them for my son. And of course, then it was just plain old blocks, you know? And so you had to be really creative back in the old school days with the Legos to come up with what you wanted to. But now I've seen an entire car that actually works made out of Legos, which blew my mind. A life-size vehicle. I want to know how long it took them to make that. Let's see. Admit, I was wondering if she could find one that would be a challenge for her. I'm trying to. Everything is a challenge, Denise. It's how you approach it is the trick. And I also don't follow the rules completely. If something doesn't work the way that they said it's supposed to work, then Laura goes outside and finds the way it works for me. So everything can be a challenge, but you just got to look at it this way. Well, I'm not doing it that way. It works this way for me. So even if you were to do a kit on your own and you're thinking, oh, God, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You make it work for you. A lot of these kits where you put them together and you'll say, well, no, I don't want to make that. I don't like that. Or I don't like that style or this, that. I'm not going to put that in there. So, unless it's like, a weight-bearing wall, that's different. But, you put in there what you want. I've added all kinds of different things to kits, that they didn't have. One that I made that you guys have seen the video, they had an outside staircase on the building, but there was no railing. So that's why I saved the pieces of wood and I made my own railing because it looks stupid without the railing. I mean, even a fire escape's got railing. See, the rest of the body is in the freezer, bitch. Oh, God. Yeah, well, yeah, because that's what's for dinner. Hand is what's for dinner. Laura is a problem solver. Yeah, I guess that's what you could call it. That's what I do. If I think of something, and I think most artists are that way. When you're making something, you're thinking, well, you know what? This didn't work. What have I got around here that'll work? That will achieve the same result. So that's, yeah. No hand for you, Admit? I mean, we have this and I have beans. But I don't have any alcoholic beverages. But, let me think. So now we just got to put all of the little lovelies on top of that table. And let me see, they want us to have the container with the pink flowers, and I didn't use pink, I used white. So that's the one I'm going to put out there. And that's this one. And it's stuck to my finger because I have glue on it. And then we have the little gift box, which I need to find. I need to put this in a bigger container. I put it in this one because that's what I had at the time. Let me find the little box. Where are you? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, because the other one's too big. So it's this little box here. This goes on the table. And then we have the potted plant and the brown bead. Let's find it. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to have to switch to a bigger container because I don't like to have to move the stuff around. I'm afraid of things getting broken. But we'll find it. We'll find it. It's hotter than a you-know-what, guys. It really is. All right, you know, I'm going to use this plant because I want to. That's why. So we're going to put a little greenery instead of flowers on the table. And that's this one here, this little green plant. Because I said so. That's all. So we're going to glue the bottom of this. Helping hands. That comes in handy. Why I won't allow cleaning up my stuff without my supervision. There's about 15 pendulums all tangled together and the displays piece. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. My husband doesn't come in here. That's your room. He won't come in here. I said, well, great. I got to break nothing, but I don't just want to touch anything. You can look, but don't touch. And I was like that in the craft shop too. You know, all right, yeah, you can look, but don't touch. I have a system here, and you're going to screw it up. So we're going to put that there. And then we're going to put our little plant. A little bead of glue on the bead. And there we go. And we have table. Oh, get that out of the way. We have table. Let me get under its skirt and lift it up so you can see. Woo-hoo. Grab its leg. And there you go, guys. We have a table. And that kid. So we're going to put that over here out of the way because I don't want it to get knocked over like I just did. See? Just knocked it over. So I can set up. Same thing with this. Let's get this out of the way. With its little stool. And that's what we've achieved. Ho, ho, ho. I'm good at untangling at least. Yeah, that's a talent. That's a talent. So, hey, you know what I mean? Not boiled hand again. Yeah, I know, Sage. Well, you know, we don't like to waste, so you got to eat it until it's gone. She needed to count about 10 or so and got a helping hand. That's right. Sometimes you got to do that. So now, oh, look, we're moving on to next. Yes. Now it's coming to the bigger furniture. And this is what we've got going on, guys. They have just this wood disc that we're going to make up and then add all of those large plants to it. Awesome. So let's do this up here. So that's what this piece here is, what I cut out earlier. This strip, and I need A70, which is a wood disc. And I have a black backing. Oh, so I'm going to need a strip of this black backing so it makes this more durable. And then we're going to put the wooden top on it. Oh, so I need, and they're not telling me the size. So I got to put this paper on there and then pretty much trace it out. Not a problem. Wayne talked about fish fingers, so I asked if the UK fish had toes. He said UK's fishes have legs too. Oh. So instead of KFC, it would be KFF. I think, is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? I need a helping hand to hold this page down. Hold this for me, thing. Thank you. So I'm gonna move this stuff a little bit out of the way because I gotta have some of this paper that I've got all of this stuff on that I shouldn't, but I do. So we're just gonna move that out of the way, get the crap off of it, and I'm going to pick this up and measure out the strip that I'm lining up with this one. Edge. Hold it down. Hold her down. Come on, work with me. Okay, that's what I need. So I get a pen, and I'm going to mark out the lines so that I can cut this out. So now I'm going to get my ruler and follow those little marks that I just made. And draw a heavier line. So I can see where I'm cutting. And I'm going to cut it like lights right there. Slide this on. So I don't have to take everything off because I shouldn't have put it on there in the first place. And I'm going to sneak it. Ah! It all fell. Okay, guys, you didn't see this, right? You didn't see me sliding all of this off. I thought I was going to get away with cheating, and it didn't work. So now I'm just going to cut this piece off. And this is a backing support for that paper strip. Just put that up there. And then I'm going to glue this paper. Thanks, Thing. Thanks for your help. I appreciate it. And I'm going to glue the back with it. Say, hey, Pop, how's it going? How is Pop doing? Good to see you. I'm going to just put a bead all the way down the center of this paper strip. And then I'm going to take my trusty crafting blade and spread it around. Don't forget them corners. And I'm just going to move my finger up alongside of it. Give me something to push against. Sometimes this can be a messy job. I expect that. I mean, you guys, when you were watching the painting the other day, doing the box for Bang, I had just as much paint on me as the box did. I just get into it. Even this up with a black strip and then layer down. And just a little bit over the edge, we'll just trim in. Slide that into place. That's why I love this glue so much, because it gives you enough time to play around with it. And I'm just going to trim this off. Made it a little bit longer, about a quarter of an inch longer. So there we go. We got the backing we need. We're going to roll this with our finger. Breathing and taking in nourishment, I count that as win. Yes, it's always a win. Oh, that's right, Pop. How's the new place? Is it good? Okay, we got to get the... I mean, I know it sucks to have to move, but it's exciting to get into a new place. A70 is what I'm looking for. So now let's get all of this stuff out of the way and find that number that I'm looking for. I have a bag of flowers that are following me. A70. Not there. Oh, there it is. There she blows. You see her? That was easy enough. These pop out pretty easy compared to some of them that I've worked with. Sometimes it's pretty tough, and then you got to use the crafting knife to break the connection. But I've noticed with this kit, it's pretty easy. So that's a bonus. Just going to file that down so we don't have any lumps. No lumps in the gravy. And then we're going to add glue all the way around and then add our paperworks. You need to report to me. Yeah, my sense of taste is coming back. Oh, good, good. Sarcasm. Pump, we are concerned about your well-being. Yeah, everything go good? Are you settled in? Like I said, it sucks that they do what they do. Somebody buys the place you're living in, and then they give you the eviction notice, and you're like, great. Now what do I do? You're in a mad panic, and then the hassle of moving and packing up stuff. But honestly, I have to admit, it's exciting to move into a new space. So now we're just going to put this around. Actually, it works better to put it on a table. Yeah, I'll put it around. This way you've got something to hold up against it. Won't have to worry about things getting messed up. You just got to have, 3 fingers holding it at all times. We'll let that sit and set up a bit before I move my hand. No, Pomp, living in a box down by the train tracks. No, no. Oh, my body hurts just thinking about you moving, Pomp. I'm having sympathy pains. I know, it's terrible. It is terrible. And every time when we moved, it was always second floor. Or one time we lived, it was 3 flights of stairs. When we first got married, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die carrying. Of course, we were young then. I'm going to die carrying stuff up here. And then when we bought this house, a 2-family house, and of course my parents were older, they're not going to live on the second floor, so that's the flat that I got. So, yeah. Stuck on the second floor again. So then when I put the last move they're making is selling this house. It's going to be ranch style, all 1 floor. No more stairs. No more going to the basement to do the laundry. Not to mention the fact that it's difficult. We make do with what we've got. Now we're going to just glue that seam. If this glue is still wet and it's not, see what I'm saying? It dries really quick. So try not to waste. And I'm just going to put a little on the underside of that seam edge. And then push them together. And sometimes we need our trusty tweezers. And you're going to find out that with a lot of the smaller projects that you do, the tweezers are your best friend. Steph is in the house. How was your trip, Steph? Are you still on there, or are you home now already? Was vacay over? She got to visit with the Asian Bigfoot. I'm sorry. That thing looked exactly like the Asian Bigfoot. I had that just first thing that popped in my head when I seen that. So I'm gonna hold that seam down. But there we go. There we go. We almost have our log. I have to go downstairs to the basement to do my. Yeah, I have 2 floors, Betty, because I'm on the second floor, and so I got to go down the stairs to the back hall, and then I run down the stairs to the basement, and then drag it all the way over to the front of the basement. That's where the washer and dryer are. So now that I have so many health issues, I just put it in a canvas laundry bag, throw it down the stairs. Excuse me, then throw it down the other set of stairs, and then grab the rope that's around the thing, the drawstring, and then I drag it to the washer and dryer. And then bringing it upstairs is one step at a time. Well, laundry day is very hard on me, so I put it off until I can't anymore. Okay, now we're going to just grab our top pieces right here and the pile of stuff that I just shushed off of that table, or off of that paper. And there's the top part, the design for our log that we're going to put on there. No home. Not home, still squatching. All right, she's squatching. Lucky duck. I got to get away soon or I'm going to explode. But the thing is, I'll be bringing the work with me. Every time that I, go away, when I do, I always bring you guys with me. So, but I'm not an old robot. That's the best part. Hopefully something's going to be coming up soon. We'll see. I never give up until there's no option. And there we go. Just put that on there, smooth it down, and we have a log, guys. That's just freaking cool. So cool. Smooth it out the best you can. Even use the edge of your ruler if it works out better for you. Helps you distribute that glue underneath. Make sure that nothing's going to roll up on you when it dries out. And let's give that a second to set before we put on our pretty little plants, and then we can sit and chat. Or make a straight shoot down to the wash. I was going to do that, but there's stuff in the way in the walls, so that I couldn't do it. Because where our bathroom is, it's towards the back of the house. The washers are toward the front, so I would have to have just like a laundry cart down there. Because that's what I wanted them to do originally. Because I told them, I said, I'm going to have problems. I know I'm going to have problems. No, it'll be fine. Okay. Now Laura can't get down to the basement. And now there's problems. And I have nobody volunteering to come over and drag that laundry downstairs. Go figure, right? I said, that's all right. When you run out of underwear, then you'll help out. There's a will, there's a way. Okay, let me find what we need here. We need the tall plant with the big leaves. That's the one I'm looking for. Definitely going to change the container I have this in because I don't like digging through all of this. Let's hear the phone there. Say it? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. We have that plant, but that's not the one it wants. Definitely got a bigger container. I got to, because this is a big pain in the you-know-what. In the what. Where is you? Move that box. It's probably on this side. There's my broom. Oh, for the love of Mike. Oh, there's that plant that I was looking for earlier. On that one. We found that one. Now I'm looking for where the hell the other big one go. It's got to be in here. Oh, there it is. See? It was waving to me saying, I'm over here. I'm over here. You blind old woman. So this is the one that we're going to put out there. And then I need the tall flower. And that bead there. And then I need the short bead with the little yellow doodads. Which I believe is here. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Definitely got to get it. There it is. I need this one. And then I need the tall in that container there. And that's not it. She'd be in here somewhere. She'd be in here. There it is. And then we have our tall one. Those all go on there. And I'm going to leave the other stuff out because I'm going to put it in the larger container so I don't have to go digging like that. Because that's annoying as hell and wasting my time and yours. I was thinking throw out the window too. She's probably end before I'm back to the keyboard. So if I don't chat again, we'll be all okay. Throw it out the window. No, we don't want to do that. We work too hard. We don't want to do that. So we'll put some glue on there. That's what I'm saying. A little patience. I'm not saying that I don't lose my cool, because I do. And when I lose my cool, then get the hell out of town. So it's not pretty. Sorry to say, but it's not. We're going to watch that for a second just to see what's going to fall. It's slowly moving. So I got to hold it for a second. Give it a little bit of a blow job. Get that to set. I love this one. This one is so cool. But this is the coolest thing. And it's slowly creeping over. I'm going to put this on there. Kind of help it out a little. I'm going to put that next to that. So they could lean against each other. Oh, you know what I forgot to do on this one? I gotta fix this one, guys. I have an overextension of metal on that one, and I forgot to adjust it before we did this. So I'm gonna take the rough side of this and file it down so it's flat. I done forgot to do that. It's gone. And I still have glue on the palette there. Let's adjust these leaves a little bit. Because I want that round a bit more. Just like that. And then I'm going to put this plant back in its place. There, now it sits flush. And then we're going to put on the last one. So cool. And then I'm going to get caught up with everybody and what you're saying. Like always, I like to end the program with a little chit chat with everybody. Get caught up with what everybody's talking about. Even if it's me, I'm down. Let's hold it in its place until it sets up. And what I'm going to do so that I can put that other one on there, I'm going to slide this over up against the light fixture. So it's going to support that while it's drying. And then I'm going to do this last piece that we were looking for. Put on that table. And then it goes there. And then that one is completed. Okay, guys, now we can sit and shoot the shit. Yeah. You can see everything that's going on, what we finished. So freaking cool. And we are getting closer and closer to getting this stuff inside the building. Are people not persons then? Like, okay. Ooh, let's see. I don't like people. I like persons. The general public can be nasty. Losing signal here and there. No, Steph, don't lose signal. I do agree that people can be nasty. Some people just can't help it. And some people are very manipulative. It's just their nature. And, we don't have to condone the behavior, but learn to recognize it so that you don't become a victim of the nastiness. It's very rampant on YouTube in every community that I've found so far. I'm sure there's some out there that might not do it. I don't know, and we've all had a taste of it here and there. And it's a shame because I'm always assuming that I'm dealing with adults, and some adults are pretty nasty, unfortunately. And it's okay. Whatever. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. And we'll leave it at that. That's the best that we can do. We can't always expect the people to behave the way we expect them to behave, So Miss Betty's leaving us. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. Quick, hide the booze. Sweet Treat Store is coming. I don't care about the booze. But I do want ice cream. And it is what time is it? Almost 9 o'clock. I don't think you can get ice cream anymore. Of course, I might have to break open a piggy bank to get an ice cream. People are not persons. People are space aliens. There's something, aren't they? I don't know. You know what? It is very disappointing because you're expecting people just to have a good time and behave, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Let me see if I missed anything. I'm sure I did while I was digging through my little box. I'll do a quick scroll. No throwing stuff out the window. We worked too hard. One bag from my last place. Okay. I think I got caught up. So 1 a.m. here. I know, poor Pinky. It's so late for you guys. And we are at the 2-hour mark. I just want to do a quick shout out about tomorrow. Oop, did you see that fell over? I was paying attention and it fell over. Come hang out. Morning brew as always, guys. Always have a great time in the brew. Actually, no. What the hell? Yeah. No. Oh, I'm shot. Yes, morning brew tomorrow morning. It's going to be just, crazy Monday. Crazy Monday as usual. So hopefully everybody comes to hang out, has your coffee ready, and your great stories or whatever we want to talk about. It's always a great show. It really is. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Any questions or anything that you want to ask me about the crafting world, hit me up. I can help you out. But otherwise, guys, you guys rock. Don't forget, I've got some great shows coming up on Raw side in the next few Wednesdays, so don't miss those. They're going to be great. And thank you always, guys, for your support. If it wasn't for you guys, I couldn't do this. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So you guys, you totally rock. Piggy, feel better. Leanne, get some sleep. Money Fun Day, see you there. All right, be there with bells on. Until then, guys, sleep well, be well, and we will catch you all later.